It's a start of a new day and also that of a new week. We're so very excited to have you join us today. This is Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igwebike.
And I'm Choma Okoye.
All right, we'll be starting off today, a brand new day with what we have from our newspaper headlines. And right after that will be our main conversation also for today. But please do well to be part of our community. Have a say in what we say. You can always find and reach us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. We have today in the studio, honored to have him, Mr. Sheson Okunwade, Chartered Accountant and Public Affairs Analyst. Good morning, Sheson.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning and good morning, Choma.
Yes.
Good morning to our viewers across the globe.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
All right, so let's start quickly with what we have from the Punch newspaper. And the big story here, serial outages, Dangote NNPCL, total 247 firms dumps discos, generates 6,500 megawatts of power. And we have right here, operators blame poor supply for move, FG Laments exit from the national grid. Yes, just before you move on to the next one. Sheson, this is his area.
Yeah,
yes. Sheson, please talk to us on this. Nigerians are producing their own power and leaving discos all to themselves. What's happening?
Yeah, well, I think people are investing in renewable energies, and I think that's the intakes of things, considering the cost of electricity. Don't forget, if you're on band A, you pay as high as 209, and a lot of people are weighing their cost to see if you have the solar panel, you have the inverters and the likes, how much of it. A lot of people are even investing in gas, you know, to see how they can have alternative. As far as I'm concerned, it's not new. Same happened in Germany years back, that it further crashed down, you know, the cost of electricity in that particular area, because we don't have the process here. But what happened in Germany was that they were able to reintegrate it into the national grid. So it's like you are selling energy to the government. You know, some of these things that you built, you can, at times it can be consumed by 2-3 people in your neighborhood. So you see individual investing in it, that renewable energy, and sharing to the people around them. So what everybody wants is that they want electricity at an affordable price. And when they push back into the national grid, what they see is that it keeps going on. So it got to a level that the supply outweigh the demand. So they were begging people to on their light in Germany and not to switch it off like we have here, because it's as good as free for them to have it. So to me, it's a good thing. If you ask me, if you can have more supply of electricity and have a way of integrating it into the central area, you can give room to people, and you can have people in this environment, you know, have their own grid, you know, born out of them, even though it's capital intensive. But on the long run, it's what will pay off, and that's what everybody is doing now. A lot of people these days do not even make use of national grid during the day. They use their solar, use their inverter and solar. Once there is sun, you just switch off, and it's reducing the patronage of the disco, because the 80-20 Pareto rule says, so when your major clients are leaving your source of as providing them with that particular supply, your revenue will keep declining, and they will look for ways. So it will get to a level now that you will see an environment investing massively in that, in such a way that they can actually share within the environment. Some might even consider it as a CSR, as part of what they will just contribute to the community because they are there. And that will impede so much problem for the district.
Okay, now talking about the welcome development for technology, looking at the side effect of it or the disadvantage, don't you think that many people under the national grid and co, like employees and co, would actually lose their
investors
jobs,
in the business.
and investors in the business would actually lose their money?
Life is give and take. When you win some, you lose some. So it's a wake-up call to every individual. It's a sector where I play too. So you don't say because you are in that particular system, you feel that some of the incompetency shared by some of these operators should continue. If there are alternatives for people to use, people looked into it and they'll see how they can actually make it better. What we're saying is that energy is strategic to the growth and development of a nation. If you don't have it, then there will be a problem. So you go to Europe and you give kudos to them on some of the things that they are doing. The bedrock of it is energy, because it's there 24/7. A student does not need to think of when he's going to stay up, that there will be supply for him to read. You don't need to rush. You know, each time we travel, a lot of us have this mentality of saying, let me quickly go and plug my phone. It's not obtainable there. Your phone can run to 1%. You are guaranteed that there will be electricity for you to actually carry that out. So it's give and take. If the discos are not having the necessary thing and they want to lay off, the new business that is actually opening up, which is the renewable energy, we absorb them. So all we just take is that, are you actually moving with the trend of things so that you don't stay obsolete as an individual? And that's what is actually happening to a lot of things. Technology is having its way in all that people are doing. The question is, how much are you able to up your game as an individual to plug in into the current things so that you won't be caught out?
Yes, I just wish we get to see what's happening with telcos now. Nitel used to be the in thing before now. Nightpost used to be, you know, the only source of the logistics for meals and all, but today it's been taken over. But let's get to the daily trust this morning just before we leave. Let's try kill 15 in Zamfara.
Yeah, and coming from the governor, they are vigilantes, and the NAF is saying we killed bandits. How do we correlate this? The governor is trying to push the blame to NAF and telling them that they didn't do their duty, and they're saying they carried out their intelligence role, that they killed bandits. Who do we believe? Who should be held responsible?
When information like this happen, we are not at the forefront. I think this morning I read at the early hours of the day that NAF actually said what you said, and the government too also said they give kudos for some of the action of NAF. I would say, I don't know how true that report is, but this will say there is no how we'll fight this cause without having the civilian being culpable in some of the things that are happening. Why? The bandits have a way of, you know, bringing themselves in the mix of the civilian. And when you want to eat, you don't look at that area. You just say, okay, everybody that is here, information reaching us that is the outlet for the bandit, and you just want to eat. We've seen instances that individuals know that their family members are bandits and they still provide provision for them. So what happens when you are in that area to go and give your brother or your sister food and you're caught in the net that they are? So this kind of a situation, you always see casualties of the civilian. More so, is just a wake-up call that we need to improve on our security network in such a way to get the right set of people. It happens even in developed countries when they are actually eaten. And I think you even see it in the scripture when the righteous is, when the sinner is being punished, the righteous too partake in some of these things. That is to tell you that if you are in the ambit of that particular area, you might be caught napping. But what we'll continue to say is that let's continue to fight this terrorism to letter in such a way that we can neutralize it, and everybody will say, you know, have a sane environment where businesses can grow and thrive, rather than, you know, coming out one day, staying back 3 days, the fear, apprehension of you not being able to move freely, because freedom of movement is one of the rights of the citizen. But when an environment is insecure, there is no how you can have access to that. You are being impeded of that particular right of freedom of the. So we feel that government should be more intentional and improve on some of the things. There are times that you can have a direct link into the people you want to without actually, but it's difficult at times to separate, because they are not the one that recruits those bandits, to separate the civilian who are in the territory of some of these bandits. And that's why you see some of these civilian casualties happening were in the military agency. But I think we might give a little to this administration that they are fighting it headlong with some of those people to reduce it. There is nothing like is our friend, is our brother. Everybody is waking up from the call of His Excellency Sheyi Makinde. The Southwest are awoken, and they are strategizing on how to reinforce the security apparatus in the Southwest so that they can limit the entry of some of this so-called terrorism for the growth of their environment.
Very true. And this begs the question, where was NAF when Boko Haram insurgents, killed about 6 soldiers in Borno? And who knows, they might start regrouping again, and when they strike, you won't see enough, any longer. But we just hope, that things, get better, and intelligence, should be the order of the day. Thank you so very much, sir.
So much.
We truly do appreciate you once more.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and that is all we have at this point, and where we return, Tanzania rights activists abducted in Nairobi, Amnesty report. We'll find out more details on the particular story. To stay with us.